Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Thank y'all so much for tapping back in to see what I have to say. I promise y'all, it truly does mean the world to me. But with that being said, what we're talking about Hedera in this one again. I'm sorry, you guys. I know a lot of y'all come for the quant, but I promise you, I do got a quant slanger coming up later this week. I promise I do quant like y'all. But Hedera is all over the world. Now, I've already brought y'all Hedera in the Australian Central Bank and Project Acacia. Now we have literally a player in India using Hedera's technology for the first of its kind, literally carbon market tracking. It's a bank that is being built on top of Hedera's technology. Understand it. Now, don't forget also what Hedera had going on with B4E Carbon, which is something very similar to this. Follow me on this. I'm always going somewhere. Hedera is literally jumping from continent to country, to continent, to country, like it's insane. I done brought you Australia, now here go India, and I will be right back.
Moving from Australia to India, the Hashgraph Group announced a partnership with MPD-CDC, a corporation that's focused on social and economic development, to build a first-of-its-kind Hedera-powered state carbon bank in India. The MPD-CDC is jointly owned by the government of Maharashtra and the government of India. Stefan, the co-founder and CEO of the Hashgraph Group, said, "The Hashgraph Group is excited to build a robust, secure, and scalable state carbon bank for the government of Maharashtra while empowering social and economic development to enhance the livelihoods of marginalized communities in the region. Hedera has a proven track record of powering carbon banks as the world's greenest DLT network. With THG's established Indian presence under Hashgraph Labs India Limited, this partnership is another step in our mission to set new standards for ESG compliance in India and across the globe." The general manager of MPB-CDC said, "This is a pivotal milestone for MPB-CDC and will enhance the livelihood of Maharashtra's agricultural and marginalized communities by creating extra income through the carbon credits generated by them, which is currently lost in the system due to the lack of adequate traceability mechanisms. We welcome our technology partners to build our carbon credit bank, leveraging Hedera's technology for a traceable and transparent carbon credit system." And finally, coming from in India, the head of global partnerships at THG, "The Indian carbon market is at its cusp and will explode in the years to come. I'm delighted that THG and Hedera are part of this story as it unfolds. Along with our other ongoing and upcoming strategic initiatives in India, this will take Hedera a step further towards becoming the country's preferred enterprise DLT." So I'm going to try to do a deep dive with both in India and Stefan on everything the Hashgraph Group is doing in India, because it sounds like this is just the tip of the iceberg. But
now, y'all just heard everything my boy Brandon at HBAR Bull just had to say. It's like, wait a minute, what? They're doing what? The first of its kind. Like, huh? And who is they working with and why? Wow. Hedera, y'all, Hedera. And if it was just India, in this video right here alone, that would be incredible. But now we finna jump to Dubai. Hedera is providing critical infrastructure, y'all. They are cementing themselves in different layers, in different ways, in these massive countries, companies, conglomerates, central banks. Hedera is a brand name, and it will be known synonymous with blockchain. I'm telling y'all, what they're building out the status of brand name. We're building out the status of, when you think of this, you see this. Just like with prime example, just like with this, right? Google became the brand name. Before Google became the brand name, the terminology was, can you look something up? Can you search something? After Google became the brand name, it became Google this. Search, like the whole search thing went out the window. Literally, it became a term that is now used every day so freely, and is literally synonymous with looking something up. Google it. That is what Hedera is going to be to blockchain. They're going to say, you're going to say blockchain? Oh, Hedera. Watch. Follow me on this. I'm always going somewhere. We are jumping into Dubai and the processes they have going on down there, and I will be right back.
we're going to take this Hedera train to Dubai. The Hedera Foundation announced a collaboration with BizinLink. BizinLink is a next-generation tokenization platform bridging traditional and decentralized finance. In the months to come, BizinLink will launch on the Hedera network, and this collaboration marks a strategic step towards building a compliant, programmable infrastructure for tokenized financial assets in the Middle East. And now something that used to be a lot bigger deal in the Hedera space, but we've gotten most of these integrations out of the way, and that's HBAR listings. We got a big one this week, though, with Kraken. Kraken is one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world with about $1 billion in daily trade volume. It's also the second or third largest exchange in the US behind Coinbase and, depending on the day, Crypto.com. So this listing was way overdue. They also started a bit of a social media trend with a laser-eyed Lehman and the caption, "All roads lead to Hedera." HBARbarians and crypto influencers picked up on this and absolutely ran with it.
Now, y'all just heard everything that they just said in regards to the process that's being worked out in Dubai. We just talked about the stuff that's happening in India. Don't forget about B4E Carbon. As a matter of fact, in this video, I'm going to refresh your memory as far as the tokenization process of the carbon credits they're doing for the entire oil industry. Hedera is nothing to play with. I'm going to play that video real fast and I'll be right back.
With that new council member, and we've had 2 new council members just over the past few weeks. The latest announcement was just a couple days ago with Blockchain for Energy. Over a year ago, we highlighted that Hedera joined the B4E group of massive organizations, and now the roles are reversed. They're joining our group. Blockchain for Energy is a consortium of large energy industry players, including Chevron, Exxon, SLB, formerly Schlumberger, and ConocoPhillips. Just so happens I've worked for 2 of those companies, and I've worked with all of them. So one of the interesting things around Blockchain for Energy is it's blockchain for energy, but the only layer 1 that's involved actually isn't a blockchain at all, Hedera. That said, there is another Hedera builder involved, Tollum Earth. B4E provides a secure environment for energy stakeholders to collaborate on blockchain-powered solutions that streamline workflows and strengthen environmental performance. We learned last year that one of the consortium members, Exceed Geo, a global leader in thermal energy, was using B4E Carbon as part of a power purchase agreement with a major Texas utility company. Exceed Energy uses B4E Carbon to manage carbon-negative geothermal power generation while setting a new standard for environmental claims management and carbon credit monetization. And you guessed it, B4E Carbon is underpinned by Hedera. Rebecca Hoffman, president and CEO of Blockchain for Energy, said, "Joining the Hedera Council is a pivotal step in advancing our vision for a high-integrity, trusted emissions reporting ecosystem. Through our B4E Carbon platform, a secure, auditable, and decentralized DMRV solution, we're setting up a new benchmark for sustainability data across the energy value chain, built for operators, backed by data, validated by results. Together with Hedera, we're committed to raising industry standards, eliminating greenwashing risks, and delivering trusted sustainability outcomes that our stakeholders and communities can rely on." The Hedera Council Memcom chairman Simon Olson said, "One of the barriers to widespread enterprise adoption of blockchain technology is the lack of standardization. By forming a consortium to promulgate uniform standards, Blockchain for Energy can help overcome persistent problems that have plagued the energy industry, such as how to track seismic data." I do want to report that B4E Carbon is not the only initiative that's being explored by the consortium and the consortium members. Some of the consortium members are looking at ways at leveraging the Hedera network as well. So
now, y'all just heard that. My boy Brandon, the HBAR Bull, just keep coming with the incredible information in regards to Hedera weekly. And it is something just to really sit back and admire. What this company is facilitating and what they're pulling off for the realm of Web3 is something to really pay attention to. This is no meme token. This is no token that's a lot of hype and talk and no action. This is truly a project, or let me rephrase that. This is truly a distributed ledger technology company that is now literally shopping and selling a product to the largest product manufacturers in the world. What Hedera is doing is something to truly pay attention to in 2025, because 2026, 2027, 2028, 29, 2030, and beyond, because do not forget, Hedera has a 100-year roadmap. We're talking about they are trying to cement themselves in true infrastructure, and the way that they have positioned themselves with governing council members on almost every continent, and then literally all of the different companies that are associated with the governing council, and knowing now one by one they all are announcing some type of tie back to Hedera's mainnet. These transactions are going to flow through Hedera's network. Is going to be incredible. You guys, follow me on this. I'm always going somewhere. If y'all made it all the way through this entire video, type in India, because what they're facilitating in India is incredible. I could have said Dubai too, but I think India might be just a little easier to go ahead and type. I appreciate y'all. What Hedera is doing is only second to King Quant, but that's subject to whoever interpretation is looking at it. But until the next time, y'all already know, type in India, because this global takeover that Hedera is doing is incredible. And anybody who's paying attention will thank their future selves, will thank the present self for having this foresight. Until the next time, I really do. I appreciate y'all. Peace out.